time for Week 12. Looking at the AFC, what do you got?
This is amazing. Lamar does it again. Lamar, we are living in Lamar's world. He has stacked up these Player of the Week awards in a league that has guys like Mahomes and Deshaun Watson in his conference, and yet it's Lamar again. Okay, we're in his world. We're all just living in it.
Yeah, Joe Schobert's got some space in that world, too. He's playing really good ball, and shout out to Matthew Slater, who wins this for the 300th time.
NFC time. Nate, what do you see?
Chris Godwin, 7 catches, 184, 2 TDs. He's balling out. I believe he leads the league in touchdowns.
Fred Warner, of course, we know about Bosa and Buckner and those guys, but Fred Warner for the 49ers, 11 tackles, forced fumble, was all over the field on Sunday.
Very much looking forward to tomorrow's action. 3 games on the slate. When you think turkey and Thanksgiving, you think Dallas Cowboys. So many fantastic moments for this team, this organization, and with our next guest here, a few friends joining us to discuss the league's finest charitable endeavors by the Dallas Cowboys. We have the owner and general manager, Jerry Jones, his daughter, the executive vice president and chief brand officer for the team, Charlotte Jones Anderson, joining us, as well as I see the commissioner of the Salvation Army, David E. Hudson. Thank you all for joining us this morning.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. David, I'm going to start with you here. 2019 marks the 129th Red Kettle campaign for the Salvation Army. What makes this initiative so important to you?
Well, first of all, it raises the awareness of people in our community that are in need. There are 40 million people in the United States living in poverty. There's 500,000 people every night in the United States that are homeless. 20% of those are under the age of 18. So it brings awareness that there is an issue with poverty in the United States. But it also gives a very convenient way to make a donation to combat that, whether it's your dollars, whether this year you can do it through your smart technology. But we do want to reiterate that this year there's 1 week less between Thanksgiving and Christmas, 6 less days that we have. So we want to encourage people to donate early and to donate often, because even though there's a week shorter, the need still exists to all-time records.
That's right. Donate early and often. Well said. Hey, Jerry, I'll get to you in a second because I have some questions about your quarterback. Charlotte, I want to talk to you. I want to talk about the Red Kettle. It has become such a staple at the Cowboys games around this time of year. But what can you tell us about how the money you guys raise is used to help people?
Yes, well, this is our 23rd year to kick off the National Red Kettle campaign, right in the middle of halftime. This year, Ellie Goulding is going to be joining us to hopefully entertain the millions that are watching on TV and, of course, the crowd here, and hopefully inspire people to learn about the Salvation Army, to learn about the issue of homelessness, and to give back. And this is what it's all about. It's about using this incredible platform that we have at the NFL to inspire people to give, to help in our community. We want them to volunteer. We want them to get out and ring the bell and inspire others to give. We want them to donate. We want them to adopt an angel off a tree so a child in your community can actually have Christmas. We want you to ask Google or Alexa and donate that way. But any way that you can, get involved. There are people who are in need. And we need, as an organization, as a football team, as part of the fandom of the NFL, to use who we are to inspire others to give.
Jerry, obviously this is great work that you guys are doing. You've been doing it for so many years, as Charlotte just referenced. Why is the partnership with the Salvation Army so important to the team and to the Jones family personally?
Well, it's been inspirational. When you take 3 million volunteers in this country, and you take people who have lived their lives immediately going to the emergency, how about no shoes? How about no food? How about Santa Claus for a young child that doesn't show? The Salvation Army handles that, and they handle that like their next breath. If you want to put a dollar where it'll do some good, not be bounced around a bunch of board meetings and a bunch of ways to do it, but get it right on them, you put it in that red kettle. Now, we put these red kettles up for our ball game, and we make a show of it because we're going to the biggest audience this country has. Sometimes over 70 million people, counting the shoulder programming in the game. And we're able to say, hey, folks, this is 3 million volunteers. This money's going right in your community. It's not wasting around. As a matter of fact, it's being leveraged with skill. and you're helping a lot of people. Now, that'll make you want to play football. That's inspirational.
It really is. We're inspired here at the table. Food, shoes, and Santa Claus. It's an incredible cause. David, you've all touched on this a little bit. For people at home who are watching and they want to get involved in this, what is the easiest and best way to contribute to this cause?
Well, the easiest and best way is donate. But really, maybe the most important way is donate your time. Get involved with people, organizations that are serving people in need. Realize that people in poverty are just that, they're people. And they just oftentimes need a hand up. They don't really want a hand out. And so as you get to know people, you begin to give of yourself, give of your time, give of your resources. But recognize that there's people in need in our country, and that's really a shame.
Well said. Jerry, I'd like to talk a little ball with you, if you please. You've got a huge one tomorrow. You are once again atop the NFC East, sitting there. You had a playoff win just a year ago, but after Sunday's loss to the Patriots, you said, quote, "With the makeup of this team, I shouldn't be this frustrated." I'd like to know, here in 2019, the 100th year of the NFL, what's the goal for your Cowboys?
Well, I think that I speak for everyone on our team. No team feels like that it's played at its very best. No team feels that way. We're always looking for improvement. I'm the general manager, so I'm the one who put those coaches out there. I'm the one who put those players out there. They're out there at my decision. And so when they don't have a good day, I don't have a good day either. And so it's important that we all realize that we've got a wonderful chance to come in here and play hard and beat Buffalo. And when we do, we've got a great chance to go up and play Chicago. And we can be sitting there where we want to be, and we don't need to think about doing it next year or the next year. Let's do it right now. Let's put it in the end zone right here when we've got the ball and have Zeke jump in that red kettle with the ball. That's what we're looking for tomorrow.
We would absolutely love it. And Jerry, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, you are the man who put those coaches out there. You have a long history with Jason Garrett as a player, as an assistant, as a head coach. It's a trying time right now. What is your level of commitment to Jason Garrett as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys moving forward?
Let me tell you, no one in this country has earned the right to say, I'm a Jason Garrett man more than me. I am his man. And we want the very same thing, and that's for our players to play at their very best. And we want his staff to coach at their very best. The bottom line is we get graded. I'm in business. I don't have to win the Super Bowl in business every year. I can come in sixth and have a hell of a year. But in this business, you've got to come in first. You've got to come in first. And so fundamentally, you've asked for something that's a very narrow window to begin with. I want Jason to get it done.
All right, speaking of getting it done, Jerry, let me talk to you for a second. Now, just keep it real with me. You know, Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Let's talk turkey. Dak Prescott, he's leading the league in passing. He's on his way to leading you and your organization to his 3rd division title in just 4 seasons. Talk to me, baby. Why ain't this guy paid? Because there's a lot of $100 million quarterbacks that can't sniff Dak Prescott's skill level.
Let me just say this. I think all of us, including the fans, want to win a damn football game. Okay? Now, I know we've got a lot of other things to think about. Who's coaching, who's playing, who's compared to another player someplace else. How about let's win some ball games, folks? We can take that other stuff. I'm not known as a guy who gets hand cramps when I'm writing checks, but I want to win some football games.
That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on and having fun with us. And thank you for being honest, because we're peppering you with questions. But more importantly, thank you for what you're doing in the community.
Great cause.
All year round. Thank you so much to Jerry Jones, to, of course, Charlotte Jones Anderson, and to David E. Hudson, the commissioner of the Salvation Army. I love them.
Jerry Jones is awesome. I can listen to him talk all day long.
Peter, you were blown away by some of the things you were saying.
He's just, the answers are so direct and so. I mean, I just wish I was in the Dallas market to cover the Cowboys at some point in my career to have those experiences with Jerry, because his quotes and the way he answers things are unlike any other person in our NFL world. And he says things, but he doesn't say things, and you're still like, you're left thinking. And that was some incredible stuff on top of the great work they do with the Salvation Army.
What about behind one of those quotes? What was it? I'm almost pounding the table. I am a Jason Garrett guy. If anyone has earned the right to say that.
He is my man.
And yet, the long term, I'm not sure. I don't know if he answered that. All he's saying, I'm a Jason Garrett guy, was a pretty resounding answer to the questions that people are coming for Garrett right now.
He's committed to his coach. And he's committed to his quarterback, even if he doesn't have a big-time contract right now. Listen, I loved everything. Every answer he gave, I'm sitting there nodding my head, talking about, talk about it. Jerry Jones.
We might have to replay those answers to those couple questions that we asked him and chew on them for the rest of the show. We will do that. And how is Lamar so elusive against the Rams on Monday night?